You know, last month, Nissan unveiled sweeping new cost-cutting measures. Japan's third largest automaker said it would reduce its workforce dramatically and cut the number of production plants as well.
So that's the stuff they talk about on Wall Street, okay? But on our streets, our George Mallet is talking about how Nissan still builds really cool cars. That includes the popular Nissan Rogue, right, George?
Josh, the Rogue remains exceedingly popular. We drove the Rogue with the rugged Rock Creek trim package. Automotive journalist George Polgar loves the Rogue. My mechanic, Rick Ferrara of Rick's Auton Road 66, does too. Heck, even my favorite hockey player, Colton Mallet, thinks the Rogue is way cool. Nissan may be struggling to get back on solid financial footing, but the company's Rogue is evidence they still make very cool cars. And that's been their history.
I did actually get a haircut.
Yeah, I know, you look good, yeah. Automotive journalist George Polgar says Nissan has long built sexier cars than their Japanese competitors.
The Toyotas were nice, they were economical, whatever, but they weren't really that much fun. Same thing with Hondas. They were always, Consumer Reports said that they were the best vehicle, but they were really never that much fun. Nissan vehicles were always fun.
And the Rogue's not only fun, it's practical. Photojournalist Kevin Scholey and I took the Rogue on assignment recently in South Bend, filling it with all our gear to cover the news of the day. Yes, the Nissan Rogue definitely makes an outstanding news car, but the question is, how will it do as a hockey dad car? Well, there's a tournament this weekend in Chicago, so we decided to find out. My favorite defenseman, Colton Mallet, and his Honey Badgers acquitted themselves well in the Windy City Showdown. We spent the weekend in the Rogue, toting everything from hockey gear to fishing tackle.
I noticed its gas mileage was good. You seemed like you had fun driving it. The color on it is nice.
And Rick Ferrara of Rick's Auton Road 66, who services a lot of these Nissan bestsellers, was particularly impressed with the appearance of the new Rogue. We talked more about that than we did the 1.5-liter inline, 3-cylinder turbocharged engine.
Oh yeah, I like it.
I mean, it looks rugged, doesn't it?
It does look rugged, which is not something I would associate with Nissan, but it does look nice.
What's more, Rick says the Nissan Rogue is both dependable and simple to service. It's also affordable, with an MSRP beginning at just over $29,000. Okay, now the Rock Creek Rogue that we drove sells for $38,725, but some dealerships are offering significant discounts.
You talked about it being affordable. You said something there that got my attention, though. This SUV has a 3-cylinder engine.
Which is wacky, because I drove a Suzuki with a 3-cylinder engine when I was living in Guam.
Okay.
Grossly underpowered. But this car, it's got a turbo, and it
picks up.
It is, yeah, it gets moving. So.
So we mentioned some of the difficulties facing Nissan right now, but let's be honest, this is a big company.
Yep.
They're going to be okay, or what do you think?
Now, George Polgar, who has forgotten more about the auto industry than I ever knew, is optimistic. He thinks they're going to, and they make great cars. Rick Ferrara thinks they make the best engines. I think Nissan's going to be around.
Okay.
And I loved little Colton in there. How cute is he?
That's great stuff.
Work him in when we can.
That's going to be around. You're going to be sticking around, too. You got a show to join us on, of course, at 5 o'clock with Caroline Clapp. Coming up in just a few minutes.
Okay, we'll see you then, George. Thank you.